We're talking about weddings, and these days it's just turned into a 5-star production. Now, my goal today is to get through this show without getting in trouble. All right, because I know men and women look at these things differently, but people are pulling out all the stops just to make sure they get what they want by the time they walk down the aisle. But what happens when the brides-to-be's behavior turns really ugly? Nightmare brides. Well, today, there's a new diva in town. It's called the Nightmare Groom. And he's stepping all over the bride to take over the planning. We're going to meet one of those later. But first, my guests Mike and Jamie agreed. Now remember the word agreed. This could be important in this discussion. To a small Vegas wedding. But that plan went out the window when she switched her dress 3 times, rented a limo to drive her 1 block, and canceled his bachelor party. Now they're newlyweds at odds due to her bride from hell behavior. Take a look.
My wife Jamie's a nightmare bride. We were supposed to have a low-key Vegas wedding. Nothing went simple.
I am a nightmare bride.
There were only 6 people invited to our wedding. Jamie made me uninvite my friends because she wanted me to spend all my time with her.
I told Mike that if he didn't stop inviting his friends, that he would be marrying himself.
I didn't have any friends or family at the wedding except for my best man, Tim.
From the time I landed in Vegas, it was one issue after another with Jamie. Some people have referred to Jamie as Bridezilla, but I'm thinking more Queen Kong.
For my wedding day, I really wanted the Hummer limo.
Jamie's spoiled.
We wound up in a 9-person limo, not a Hummer.
If this was my bride, she'd be taking a Volkswagen to the wedding.
I wanted to have a custom-made veil with butterflies. Mike felt that I was not special enough to have a special veil made. We had planned to get married at a gazebo in Las Vegas. I found a great gazebo. Little did I know that there was a dumpster beside of the gazebo. I canceled it. This is the chapel where we got married. Having our wedding here cost us $500. Mike did not want to pay the $500, so my father paid the difference. For my bridal shower, I had invited 30 people. 8 people showed up. I was very angry. I sent emails to everyone and said, we are no longer friends. Mike had wanted to get me a 1/4 carat diamond ring. I wanted a princess cut 1 carat. I got the ring that I wanted. I did not want Mike to go to his bachelor party because it was at a show called Bite. It looked like a porn show.
Jamie said if you go to that show, we're not getting married.
They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, nothing happened in Vegas.
For my wedding day, I wanted my eyes to be really blue, so I had purchased sapphire contacts. My eyes were swollen and my contacts would not go in my eyes. I could not see Mike's hand, so I put the ring on the wrong hand.
Jamie spent all our money on the wedding, so we couldn't afford a honeymoon. In total, our simple wedding ended up costing us over $6,000.
I feel like that Mike is holding a huge grudge against me.
I want Jamie to apologize.
Okay, so what's up with all of this? What do you think after kind of watching a recap? Those are all the things that you told us and agreed that that's what happened.
I wanted a perfect wedding. I had a vision. I wanted everything to be right, but he's cheap.
You canceled his bachelor party? You said you just can't go? You're not going to have one?
It was a porn show. Would you have went?
It was a Vegas show, and
First
her dad
off, it's
invited
not a
us.
porn show. I mean, that's just wrong.
Topless.
That's just wrong. It's not a porn show, but are you his mother or his bride?
I just felt that that wasn't a way to start off a marriage.
Now answer my question. Are you his mother or his bride?
His bride.
Because you didn't sit down and negotiate with him. You didn't talk about it. You said, if you do that, we're not getting married. This is best man. You were the only friend of his allowed at the wedding, right?
I'm special.
Okay, you made him uninvite his friends. Why?
He wanted a simple wedding. I was trying to keep the guest list small.
Okay, have you ever seen this show before?
Yes, I'm in trouble.
Okay, well, let me ask the question again then, because you know I'm not going to buy that. You made him uninvite his friends except for Tim. What was your thinking there?
I felt like that we don't get a lot of time together at home. And so I felt like in Vegas, if we had a bunch of friends there, I only had my stepsister and my family. I felt like if we had a bunch of people there, we would not get any time together.
I had to pay my own way out there, and I get out there, and the things they say were going to happen didn't happen. And one of them was a bachelor party, which I'm not married, so I was all about that. I was down with that, you know. But
Yeah.
and then she put the ixnay on that, so she
The
doesn't
show
have
was
to
her
apologize.
dad's
How about
idea.
just me? She can apologize.
Her dad called me the day of the bachelor party. He says, I got these tickets. I want to get these tickets for you and Tim. Let's go see the show. I mentioned it to Jamie, and she goes, ain't happening. Jamie went on a spending spree before the wedding.
I spent $615 on the Louis Vuitton purse, $200 on makeup, $400 on clothes, $100 for shoes.
She took money out of our joint account so she can purchase these items. She misled me on the money she was spending.
When we got back from Vegas, we only had $1.66 in the bank account.
When I asked Jamie where she got the purse, she told me her mom had gotten it for her for a wedding gift.
I lied.
Well, we're talking today with people who admit to just being a nightmare when it comes to their wedding day. Now, Mike and Jamie have been married for a few weeks, but Mike can't seem to get past Jamie's bad bride behavior. It seems to kind of be washing over. Why is that?
Well, I feel like you should start a marriage with honesty, and I felt like she misled me when she told her mother bought the purse for her. She could have been up front with me, you know.
Yeah. Is that one of the things that's on your I will apologize
I will
for
apologize for that.
Okay.
But no one was starving. The bills were paid.
You know, I got a real problem with this, because even the things where you just say you blatantly lied and drew the joint account down to $1.67. When did you discover that, by the way?
I tried to get a blade for the lawnmower, and I was embarrassed at the store. So when I go back to question Jamie, because she handles finances, that's when she had to come clean about.
So you were going to get a blade for the lawnmower,
Right.
and
Well, we had a separate account set for the wedding and the honeymoon. I said, well, I'll just go get a blade for the lawnmower. You take money out of that account. Well, there's no money there. And like, we're still going on the honeymoon here in a few weeks. There's no money to go on the honeymoon.
It's gone.
Gone.
Okay. And you say, well, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but nobody was starving. So you're not really sorry about that, are you?
I do feel bad that I drained the account and it wasn't the right thing to do. But I did pay the bills first.
Hold on. See, that's where I'm having the problem. I feel bad that I drained the account and lied to him about it. That's where a period goes. But you insert a but and continue the thought. So go ahead. What's the but?
I paid all the bills first. Like, I did take care of that first. And then I purchased the things to take to Vegas because I wanted to look nice and have nice things in there. Yeah, not good.
Well, no, I mean, be serious. Are you kidding me?
I did want nice things to take to Vegas, and I didn't think
We
that
all
he
want
would-
nice things, but we
didn't
don't
think
go
that he would
drain
get
the
so
account
mad.
so he can't even buy a lawnmower
I
blade.
didn't even know about the honeymoon. That's another thing.
That was a surprise.
I did not even know about it.
That was going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
So the money that was left in the account, I assumed we didn't spend it on the wedding. The bills were paid, that's extra money. I knew nothing about the honeymoon. He doesn't voice his opinion. That's the problem. He doesn't tell me what is what or what we can do because there's no communication.
So it's his fault.
No, it is me. I'm very demanding. I'm not anymore. That was just for the wedding. that was a different side of me. Not anymore.
Can I voice my opinion? Because I want a refund.
You want a refund for what?
For going. I mean, there's false advertising. We're gonna have a guys' night out, you know, and it was tame. This isn't pornography. I mean, there might be some toplessness, but we're guys. What are we gonna do?
It was bad. I watched video clips in the casino.
Well, I didn't get anything
It
you said I
wasn't
was
just
gonna get.
Vegas-y topless dancers having a show. It was not like that.
Now, Mike wants his wife, Jamie, to apologize for all of the high maintenance and crazy behavior that he says she displayed 3 weeks ago at their wedding in Vegas. Now, his best man, Tim, says Bride Jamie is a Queen Kong and just dominated everything while you were there. Now, look, here's my problem. I don't know, I read something the other day that the average wedding in America now costs like $20,000,
Wow.
is that right?
Wow.
I mean, it's gotten, we just had a wedding in our family, and I know these things, the longer you chew them, the bigger they get. So it isn't that this was like some huge extravagant thing. The point is not what you did, but how you did it. I mean, if you wanted something different, that's what you negotiate about. But you guys decided, here's what we're going to do. Here's our budget. This is what we're going to do, and we'll go do it.
Yeah, and we did sit and talk about that.
But you really did. You never gave me a budget.
Well-
You never said this is X amount of money that we're going to spend on the wedding. It was never like that. You
Well-
just said simple.
Well, the money in the account should be a clue about how much. That's what,
$500 for a chapel, I don't think is.
That's not the
That
point.
bad.
The point is not, that's what I said, the point is not that it got over extravagant. The point
Right.
is not what you did. The point is how you did it. And now, aren't you sitting there thinking, I've now seen what this woman is capable of?
she was never like that before, but once the engagement happened, it was all about Jamie. Jamie usually puts people first, and now I see this side of her, you know, while the wedding was being planned that I never saw it before.
But you're not now.
It's Jamie's back somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, so what is it that you're willing to apologize for and not apologize for?
I want to apologize for the ring because I realize that it's not material things that matter. I will apologize for not letting you have your bachelor party with Tim. And I will make it up to both of you. And I'm going to apologize to you for the behavior during the wedding. I'm sorry. I'm not going to act like that again.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, so you think she's sincere?
I feel that she's sincere on what she's saying, but there's still characteristics of Jamie that I don't think will ever change. Jamie will never apologize to me without a but. I mean, but is going to follow with an apology.
Well, she just
I
did.
just did.
Yeah, it's the first time. I'm happy with that. I do accept her apology.
Yeah, well, then you need to recognize that.
Yeah.
Or how do you feel about apologizing for turning your honeymoon into a purse?
That was not I would have rather had the honeymoon.
Yeah, me too.
I really, I'm sorry. I would have rather had the honeymoon.
But I mean, but you lied about it. I mean,
I did.
first off, you hid it, and you knew you were hiding it when you did it. And then when you were confronted with it, you lied about it. And starting a relationship based on deception is not a good idea.
No.
We did have an argument, and I was threatened to take control of the finance. But I feel like if I take that from her, that she's going to feel like I don't trust her anymore.
He wants to give me $20 a week allowance.
Look, but here's the point. That's something you negotiate. If you two agree on that together, you come to that agreement together, and both of you are okay with it, then that's fine. The problem is you don't want to do this to her. You don't want to do anything to him. These are things you want to talk about and work out together. I mean, that's what marriage is about, is merging two lives. You're now sharing money, time, space, effort, energy, labor. All of this stuff becomes a partnership. It's not you telling her you get $20 or you saying, well, yeah, that and all I can steal. You know, that's not, you know, you don't want either one of those. You don't want to be lying to him about finances. You don't want to be giving edicts to her. The two of you need to sit down. It's not your money, it's the couple's money.
And I want to do that. That's where we have the communication problem, is I feel like that we don't sit down and budget anything or go over anything.
All right, so, but hear what I'm saying. Y'all need to negotiate
I
that,
agree.
and you need to not just go along to get along. You need to say what you mean and mean what you say and be assertive about that. And then when you get that done, y'all need to take Tim out tonight and get him big drunk.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's here. He's here. Take him out and let him get disgusting. And then he'll feel like he's gotten his payoff. Well, today we're talking about how planning a wedding can bring out the worst in soon-to-be brides and, in this case, soon-to-be grooms. Now, my next guest, Nastassia, says that her fiancé, Richard, is the demanding diva because he wants everything his way. He follows his own motto, which is cheaper is better, by insisting on computer-printed invites, buying the bridal flowers from the grocery store, and scheduling the wedding before the end of the year so his wife can be a tax write-off.
My fiancé Richard is a bride's biggest nightmare.
I admit that I am a nightmare groom, but Nastassia is definitely a nightmare bride.
My thing is money.
And my thing is, this is our wedding.
Nastassia wanted to get married in July. I didn't feel like I wanted to wait that long. I wanted it before January 1st because I wanted her as a tax write-off.
Originally, I wanted to get married in North Carolina, where I grew up.
I told her that if we don't do it here, I'm not going to get married at all.
I'm thinking of our future. You're thinking about one day.
That one day is the first day of our future. I wanted a limousine to take us away. We're taking his piece of crap Camaro.
I can plan the wedding for nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I truly believe I can plan the whole wedding for less than $500.
I wanted to hire a professional photographer to take my bridal pictures.
I can have a friend take his digital camera and take all the pictures we need.
I wanted a dress that cost $498.
Her mother can sew, she can make her one.
I wanted to get a DJ.
I can pay a friend of mine $10. He can play all the CDs that we want.
You've got the cheapest place possible.
She has gotten a mansion that costs $600 for 4 hours.
I wanted to have a caterer for the wedding.
She could get her family and friends to cook whatever we need. Nastassia wants to hire expensive florist. I don't see the sense.
So I'm gonna get flowers from the supermarket and make my own bouquet.
Not that I'm cheap or a tightwad. It's just I don't want to be in debt. My idea of a budget is get everything free first, and then we'll spend a little for things we have to have.
My parents are helping me pay for it, and he really isn't spending the money.
It's just a day, and I'm more worried about the rest of our life.
It's getting to the point where if I feel like this, then the wedding's not gonna happen.
Now, what is it that you find charming about Richard and his approach to this whole thing? What just sweeps you off your feet here?
Nothing about the approach to the wedding, but he's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Aside from the disagreements we've had about the wedding.
Yeah. What's your theory here? Because, I mean, everything that, the audience gasped like a half a dozen times. These were things you said.
Well, yeah, yes, and I feel bad. When I look at it now, and especially after looking at that,
Yeah, well, the camera doesn't lie.
Well, no, and I understand that, and I felt bad, and looking at that, I don't understand why she would want to marry me, to be honest. But the whole... Yeah. But my whole view is I was not in debt before this started, and I'm happy as hell. Well, why go in debt for that day? We have the rest of our life to,
We're not going in debt for that day, though. I'm paying for the majority of the wedding. My parents are helping me. We're putting some things on his credit card, and I will be paying his credit card off the first week of December with the money that's coming into me that's not obligated.
And obligation, we're together, we've made a commitment. Any money you spend is money we're spending.
Well, if it's we, then how come you're making all the decisions? That's a fair question. That's a fair question. You say, well, because you said it isn't costing me anything. This is all coming from me and my side, and anything that we do put on a credit card, I'm going to pay off anyway with other income. And you say, well, no, that's our income. This is we. We are getting married, but yet you're making all the decisions.
I'm a little bit selfish, a little, controlling. I admit that. And when we first met, I'm kind of hard to, deal with, but she could stand up to me, and we were working on things. But the whole money aspect is just driving me crazy.
Well, let's talk about this working on things, because I want to get that clear, because I think you said something at the end of that tape piece that I agreed with. You said, I'm focused on the rest of our lives. Well, me too. I'm focused on what's going to happen here. Let's get the expenses thing out of the way first, because I kind of put it together here. Can I see this? Okay, here we go. We got Nastassia's on flowers. You wanted a florist, and you wanted a grocery store for $10. You wanted DJ. You just wanted to have a friend play some CDs on a boombox, I guess. Limo, Chevy Camaro, caterer, have her mom cook, wedding pictures, photographer versus your buddy with a digital camera, invitations. You wanted some professional invitations printed up to send out. You said, we'll just print these off the computer. And so the total cost was $30. So that's what you wanted, and that's what you wanted, okay? Now, here's what happened, okay? Everything you wanted got crossed off, and everything you wanted is how the decision was made, and the one thing that you seem to have held out on was the place you were going to get married.
Yes.
Because you pointed out she's spending $600 for a place to get married. Oh my God. Now, I'm kind of like you. Guys look at a wedding, it's a day, right? It's just a day, you do that, and it's one day out of thousands that you're going to hopefully spend together. But are you going too far that direction? It's not important to you, but it is important to you, isn't it?
It is important to me.
Okay, but all the list came out on your side.
She did get the DJ for $300, which...
Reserved.
Oh, we did get a DJ.
Yes.
All right.
My fiance Richard thinks that going to the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon would cost too much.
I just bought a house for us, and I truly believe we're living in our honeymoon.
Well, we're talking with out-of-control brides and grooms who are obsessed with planning their wedding but doing it their way. Now, the whole idea of a marriage is merging two lives, right, where it becomes a partnership and you begin to do things jointly, but somehow or another that's not starting here. Richard admits that he may seem a bit controlling when planning his upcoming wedding, but his fiancée says that his appalling behavior is frankly making her think twice about walking down the aisle. Is this giving you pause?
It is. It has given me pause, more so that we can't communicate and agree on anything since we became engaged. We can't agree on anything from money to colors, the color of his tuxedo, nothing. I say black, he says white. I say up, he says down.
It's not one-sided, dear. I have pause too.
That, and we've talked about that.
You know, I've told you, it's that one day, but I guarantee there's millions of people that have financial problems, and it's ruining their relationship.
And I understand.
And I admit I have some little issues that I am willing to correct and that I'm aware of, but financially, I'll sacrifice anything now to have what we want in the future. And I don't think you're ready for that. And you haven't lived that way, and I have, and I'm trying to show you it's a better way.
Well, look, both of you are saying that you have pause, and I'm not part of this, but I have pause. I take pause in this because, I put through the things that you had to say. You told Nastasia, marry me by the end of the year or not at all. You said we're going to get married where you want to get married or you're not going to do it. You said, if you go on birth control, the wedding is off.
Oh, hold on. No. All right.
Did I read that right?
Yeah. And this is the reason.
Wait a minute. You said, hold on. Did I read that right?
I said that. Can I explain why?
I wish you would.
I told you I was a little selfish-centered. I figured that if she got on birth control, it would add weight to her, and it was hold on, and it kind of mess her up emotionally.
Did you tell her that you're smarter because you're older?
I have more experiences about certain things. It comes with age, and No, I'm not smarter. Yes, I'm smarter about certain things like finances. I'm much smarter. But like in general, she's probably smarter than me.
Did you? Did you tell her that she's weak for not standing up to you?
Yes. Yes.
Did you tell her that you would kick her out if she didn't let you check her email and phone records?
In the beginning, yes. I have some things I need to work on.
Now, Richard is a demanding groom, and his fiancée, Nastassia, is concerned that she may be making a mistake by marrying him. Now, at the break, you said under your breath to her, boy, this show is all about me, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, haven't you kind of made it about you because you've made the wedding all about you? Because the way I look at this is I think you believe that what you're saying and doing is the right, correct, and responsible thing in terms of not wanting to go into a huge amount of debt and all of that. I really do get that. But I also get that you said, well, maybe I'm a little bit selfish. Marriage isn't about being selfish. You have a beautiful woman here, beautiful spirit. You just seem to me to be like a really nice person. And I think that niceness has been exploited. I think you're bringing out the worst in each other. You try to get along.
I agree with that.
And so you're trying to get along, and you like to be in control of things because you feel better when you're running it, right?
Right.
And so you're bringing out, it causes you to be a little more laid back, causes you then to come over the top to the point that you've said, I've dominated her, I've broken her down, and I don't like that in her. I wish she would stand up to me, but yet I'm the one that's been kind of pounding on this thing.
Right.
So, I just have to, when are y'all planning on getting married?
December 3rd.
December of this year?
This year.
Let me tell you, in my opinion, I'm just going to give you my opinion. Do you want my opinion?
Yes. That's why I'm here.
You probably don't want my opinion because you do. In my opinion, if you got up every morning at 6 o'clock and worked around the clock until midnight, went to bed and got back up, you couldn't get done what you need to get done to give this marriage a running start by the time you're planning on getting married. I'm not saying that you two shouldn't get married and that you can't be happily married for a long, long time. But you've got a lot of work to do here first. You're managing her by intimidation. Do you agree with that? And you're allowing yourself to be intimidated. And that won't work.
No, it won't.
You already resent him. True?
I do.
You resent him for the things that he said and the things that he's done and the fact that he is being completely, not completely, but largely insensitive to you and what's important to you.
Yes.
True?
Definitely true.
So why would you be rushing off to get married?
I don't know anymore at this point.
I got a good humor on it.
I mean, I know I love him. I know that I love him, but I don't feel the excitement that I used to feel about the wedding in itself.
Because you're getting pounded down. When you manage people by intimidation, when you beat them down, you beat their passion down. And you pay the price for that. We've been talking today about weddings, and I always say that people spend more time planning the wedding than they do the marriage. And the wedding is over in a day, and then you're left with all of the fallout that's created by the event. You two, I don't know whether you guys can be happily married or not. You say that you love each other, and I believe that you do. But you've got some serious issues here about the attitude that you're bringing to this. And I think what you should do before you get married is to go through some serious premarital counseling to examine to examine what's going on. You've suggested that?
Yes.
And you weren't interested, or it just didn't happen yet, or what?
I've agreed.
After I sent the email here.
Okay, because what I will do is I will set up a professional premarital counselor for you guys in your town to sit down and go through all of these issues with you. So if and when you do get married, that you know that you've thought it through, you've talked it out, you've agreed on things like finances and children and religion and geography and family and careers and all of those things, that you both have a plan that you can be excited about in all of those areas. I don't want to wreck your relationship. I want to keep you from wrecking your relationship. And so what I'm saying is I will set that up immediately, and then y'all can make a decision as to whether it's prudent to do this and to do it when you're planning on doing it. If you would like for me to do that, I will do it. Would you participate in that if I set it up for you?
Yeah. You know, I feel like this whole thing is about things I have said. And, you know, I can say some stupid comments, but I'm not allowed to learn and understand that I was wrong. And she understands what I'm wrong about. But it's all about, oh, Richard says this, and that's the way it is. It's not like I'm controlling. Well, I live an open book to her. I've never been in a compromising situation where she could question my trust, ever. And y'all just sit there and say, well, oh, he looks at her email. I live an open book for her. And it's not one-sided. It's not Richard does this and it's not the same with her. But yeah, I thought I would come here to this show, and yes, I admit that I am wrong. I have been admitting this whole show has made me see that. But I'm trying. How do you change your life if you really don't see it in black and white? I understand I have some issues, but I'm not this bad person I'm being painted out to be, and I'd do anything for her. But I don't appreciate, as a man, opening up my life and being judged for these blanket statements, oh, he does this, and it's not like that.
They're your statements,
Yeah,
and you
I
made them.
understand that.
And you said, how am I supposed to get past that? I'm offering you the way to get past that. I'm telling you that I will arrange for you guys to have some professional counsel that can talk about and negotiate how to resolve these issues. Because let me tell you, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've been really very easy about all of this up here, because I've not gotten into a half a dozen things that I think are much more egregious than just what has been said here. And the reason I've done that is because I really thought the chance would be better if you guys kind of sat down and brokered that across time with some professional help. Now, but if you want to say that this is a mischaracterization, then we can replow that ground and go back through all of it. But what I'm doing is offering you the help, and you'll either take it or you won't. And my advice to you is you're not ready to get married to this person, because in my view, this person's not ready to be a partner yet. I've offered you an opportunity to make that happen. Because I think if you guys just said, oh, just forget that, forget we ever went, let's just get married like we did and everything will be what it was going to be, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble. But I think you can fix that problem before you get there. And that's my suggestion. Are you willing to participate in it?
I'm definitely willing to participate.
Okay, and if this continues on like it is, would you still get married?
If it continues like it
Yes.
is right now, no.
Well, I've offered you the help. You'll take it or you won't. It's up to you.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.